Hello everybody, good morning and howdy, and my camera's not even centered and the green screen's not on, but fucking deal with it. We're here with another Monday for some StarCraft 2. We've got about 37 people checked into today's tournament. And some pretty fancy names on that list, to say the least, but we'll wait till the check-ins are done to start reading them out. But Zombie Grub, pardon that sneeze, and welcome back from France. How are you doing today?
Thank you. I'm alright. Fine.
How was the trip, the adventure?
No, it was pretty easy. I mean, the flights were easy, and I didn't get like stuck next to some like super big old lady this time. In fact, the guy I got stuck next to on the flight back, like I was still awake, and he was like talking with the stewardess about how he wanted to be like moved. Like his friend hadn't actually got on the plane, and he was like farther ahead or some shit. Like I don't know.
He just didn't want to sit
Fell
with you,
asleep.
dude.
Yeah, right? I fell asleep, I woke up, he was gone, so I had the seat left to me all open.
Nice.
So.
That's also cool that they accommodated him like that.
Yeah, right. I guess so. Like, I don't know what actually happened, if there's arguing or not. I don't know. I was asleep, right? Like, I woke up like 4 hours after takeoff.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, but the whole trip was fun. Obviously, I hung out with, you know, all the people I made friends with in France. Plus, this time Sasha was there, so hung out with her. It was good times.
Were they beat up about losing at all, Team Canada?
I don't think so. So, I mean, Scarlett's actually, like, you know, she's never been, like, you know, walking off stage, like, super angry or dejected, right? But, like, no regret, just, like, went back to the hotel after they lost and just, I think, fell asleep. He didn't want to go to the after party, which, to be fair, not a lot of people, well, actually, most people did, but it was understandable when people didn't want to because it ended at 2:30 in the morning, so the after party started at 3 a.m.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess it's pretty freaking late. Plus, I don't know if they're still on that Korea time or not. They didn't really have a lot of time to adjust, right?
Yeah, definitely, like, no regret took it, like, much worse. Like, he was falling asleep, Friday night at dinner, and, I mean, they got in Thursday, so they had, like, technically, I guess, like, 2 days, whatever, to get over it, but, nah, I mean, Scarlett just came out, like, after she lost, and, like, we just hung out and tossed a baneling around, and she, I don't know, she seemed fine.
It's like an American thing, tossing the old pig skin around, tossing the old baneling back and forth.
Yeah, exactly. And occasionally we'd miss each other, and it would hit the person that was behind us.
Awkward.
We'd be like, shit.
As long as it didn't detonate, right?
It didn't detonate, or we didn't hit the camera guy, because we were right behind the interview section. And one time we, like, actually did hit the camera guy, but he wasn't on the camera, and I was like, maybe we should stop this.
That'd be really funny, actually, watching them interview the winners, and then just a baneling goes flying in front of the camera.
I said. Yeah.
Cheeky buggers, you up to no good. Well, you, I guess, I didn't get to see much of Nation Wars, frankly, but I'm gonna guess you also didn't get to see the BTSL while you were gone?
Correct, yeah, I was flying, I think, while I was on.
Dude, Kelazur killed so many Korean Protoss players. Like, so many. It was great. But actually, I bring up the BTSL kind of in tandem with this, as this will be the third and final week of quote-unquote qualifiers, although it's a $100 prize weekly cup. This will determine which 8 players from Europe will be competing in the the $400 monthly finals coming up next week. On top of this, we also have the 8 players picked out for the BTSL. We're waiting for confirmations from the last couple. I think Biel is the only one who hasn't replied, but Stats, Beyond, and many others have said they'll be there, so that's going to be pretty awesome. So 2 monthly finals coming up next week. Or season 1 finals, if you will, because each month is going to be a different season. But it looks like the brackets are almost done. I do want to mention once more, we're going to keep the same thing rolling that we had before, where Cactus Valley and Belshire are being brought into the map pool, because in about 2 days from now, all the maps are going to be swapped out. We're going to have all new maps, save a couple of them and resurrected from previous seasons of StarCraft 2 for the new season of StarCraft. So that's going to be pretty good. Did Apollo miss you?
Oh my god, he missed me so bad.
Because you look like you missed Apollo.
I made a mistake, and I was like, I went to sleep kind of early yesterday because I was super tired. I just did not go to sleep. Since the after party started at 3 a.m., you know, I just went with everyone to a metal bar that we had gone to, which serves delicious drinks, by the way. Like, there's like this drink that tastes like sour gummy worms. Anyway.
I think you told me about this one, yeah.
Yeah. So I got everyone else to get them. Actually, like, I actually have quite a few stories, but maybe I'll save them for more downtime. The point is, I don't think a lot of people went to sleep for their flights, because my flight was at 10:20, which meant I had to be at the airport at like 7:30. So I took a a cab at 6. Like it just there wasn't any point in sleeping, even if I didn't go to the after party.
Well, I saw a
So
bunch of pictures. I think it was like Funka's girlfriend was doing it too. Her like giving SOS like a kiss on the cheek and stuff. Like it looked like
yeah.
a pretty banging after party. No pun intended.
I mean, it was the same the same bar we went to after the really crappy bar last time. So it was really chill. Like there wasn't any dancing, and you could barely hear the music, but it was really chill. And what are you eating? Stop! No, it's my Fitbit. Stop it.
He's like, I need you to get fat so you stop running away from me.
Come here, you.
Actually, that'd be so fucking cute if that was actually like in his mind.
What are they saying? Oh yeah, and SOS, and we were, I really wanted everyone to see SOS in an after party, but unfortunately there was no dancing, and that was the real reason I wanted everyone to see him, because last time I saw SOS dancing, it was funny, but he still came. We asked him if he was gonna come, and he was like, yeah, me and Zest. Innovation just went to go sleep, and so Zest and SOS sat right next to us. So
yeah, I gotta say, by the way, I see Zest's English has improved at least a little bit since BlizzCon.
He learned ace player and next player.
And how to say innovation.
Yeah, exactly. He knows some words. That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, it was. SOS is always like a cheery guy, right? Like, you really can't be mad at him for very long, because he's always smiling, and like he always is willing to like.
Well, we were for 6 months.
Even then, it was like more like we disappointed in you.
I know, that wasn't even mad. Like a lot of people thought I was like foaming at the mouth, making like a emotional decision to ban him, and for us it was just kind of like calculated. Like, well, I don't really know if we want you in our tournaments if you're gonna be like that. It's a bit disappointing.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, he's a lot of fun. Brackets ready yet?
They're about finished. I'm gonna quickly round off some shoutouts though, because we had Riamar kick off today with a 33-month resub. Says, yo, sup bro, it's me. Hi. I believe that's actually Riamar too, believe it or not. Spine Shark was a brand new sub to the channel. Mad Dog 69 for 18 months says, how do I get my real Partoof? Let's do that in a second. Go Trek Godfire for the 20 months. Mr. Arthur Simon, 15 months of that resub, says, this is the second longest relationship I've had in my life. Be gentle, Rifkin. Ace Lude. Well, at least you spelt my name right. This has become like a meme since I brought it up on stream that one time, and everyone keeps spelling it wrong on purpose, and it's pissing me off. I was in Nate's stream, and everyone's calling me Refcan. Like, Cuddly Scorpion, thank you for the 7 months. It says Rifkin and Zombie Group, lifetime sub value. Keep up the awesome work, guys. The replay packs are like lifeblood heart. And then Saint Quinicia, I'm gonna assume that's how I pronounce that. 4 months, just said 4 month hype. As far as getting a real life Partoof, for those who don't know how this works, if you've been subbed to the channel for 12 months or longer, regardless of where you are in the world, we want to show you our appreciation by sending you one of these awesome real life metal coins, aka Partoofs. So what you have to do is don't send a whisper. Whispers are disabled on BaseTradeTV, but send a direct message to the channel. Sending us a request for one, don't put your address in. Everyone does this. It's so stupid because it's not going to matter. You put your address in, I'm not going to read it because this message gets forwarded to the bot, which is currently down today, and I'll talk more on that in a moment. The bot then says, oh yeah, you've been subbed for 12 months. Send that guy a Partoof, and he'll give you a form to fill out. If that's the case, you fill out the form, we send your Partoof, Bob's your uncle, everyone's happy. But yeah, we should be ready to go here. I believe the brackets are finalized. I'm still waiting for Dares to give us the go-ahead.
He did. He said brackets final, but I think there's still well, they don't have the maps on the bracket.
He's forgotten to do this twice now. Dares.
Yeah. And also, I think round 1 and round 2 are both best of 1.
No, it'll only be round 1 because we don't have enough players for them both to be best of 1.
Well, it says round 1 best of 1 unless round of 16. Is it round 3 round of 16?
Yo, he may have just done that like that then. Well, either way, round 2 will be best of 3s at least. It won't be 2 best of 1s.
Okay, so it's written wrong, maybe?
I guess. Either way, hang on. So it looks like we do have the maps uploaded now. It'll be Daybreak and Overgrowth and such. Where are the players we want to watch? Oh, Nurchio's playing today. That's going to be awesome. I know Neebit's signed up. Did he not actually check in, I guess? Feels bad, man. Beastie and Prabhuti might not be too bad, actually. But that leads into versus Keen. Oh, Neeb is down there versus Ghost Hell. Actually, Neeb versus Cham in round 3 could be pretty good if that's what it comes down to. Hope Cham gets that far. Yeah, I think either MperorM versus True or BC versus Prabhuti looks good. What do you think?
MperorM versus True.
I think that'll be ZVZ, but I can deal with it. What's MperorM? I think he's Zerg. We've definitely cast him before. No, he's Terran. All right, MperorM. MperorM versus True. We'll cast. I guess I'll get you to host and invite then.
He made it. Move, kitten.
Also, it looks like there are a few folks streaming their own matches today. So as we said, we like to try and advertise those who are also covering their own games. And it looks like Lily Canine will be streaming his point of view, and Prabhuti sounds so much better. Prabhuti is going to be streaming his point of view as well. So if you guys want to watch some games over there, by all means feel free. I'm not sure if they'll be joining us today, but of course TvZ and Emil are both welcome to come if they want to cast. There's another Polish caster out there who's been asking, and this is like a PSA. This isn't, I'm gonna not say his name on purpose because I don't want this to look insulting, but this is a general statement. If you guys want to cast some of our events, some of the times we have the authority to be just like, yeah, you can come or you can go, and that's not a problem. Sometimes though, we have to actually ask the sponsors, like, if they're cool. Like, do you want advertising in France, for example, or China or whatever? And if they say no thank you, then we can't really approve that caster because they don't want them there. So messaging me 400 messages is not a way to have that go by any faster. I don't have the power to speed up that approval because you sent me an additional 4 messages. I've also definitely not forgotten if I've replied to one of those said 400 messages. So again, not trying to take shots at this one particular guy, but just a general statement. If you guys are trying to cast our events and I say like, yeah, I'll get back to you, I will get back to you. Messaging me is not going to make it go any faster.
Yeah, right. Whoop. Everyone's in the lobby.
All right. Of course, a little bit of a home field advantage going to MperorM here. See, he's playing on the European server.
You're all types of in the way, kitten.
Oh, he's so cute. I gotta ask though, is your webcam like?
Yo, it's like weird, right? It's like red.
It feels like you're in the 80s with your camera
technology. Yeah, it feels like
technology.
there's a filter on it.
I'm wondering if the color balance is just off or something. I don't know how I guess I haven't looked at your camera this whole time, so I haven't noticed, but.
I just noticed as well when I looked back.
Whoa, coincidences, man.
I don't know, man. What is it?
What is life even? All right, well, hang on. That was supposed to have a cool transition. Let's go back. Whoop. Oh, looks like we're ready to go. Oh, that's cool. That's going to fill up the jar every time we come back to that scene. Nice. I'm playing around with the new Twitch jar, by the way.
Yeah, I figured.
See how it goes. Maybe it inspires people, maybe it doesn't. But regardless, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Corsair Cup. This is a tournament powered by Twitch. Talk more on that in a moment, because spawning here in the top right, playing for Red Bloods, it's going to be the green Terran player, MperorM.
In the bottom left, as the blue Zerg, he is True.
All right, True playing from the East Coast of the United States, not playing from Korea. He has been streaming from the Storm Gaming House quite a bit if you guys haven't seen. Usually Penguin in his PJs behind him watching shows or making fun of his gameplay, one or the other.
Yep.
But point is, he is playing for North America. MperorM, native to the European homelands. Don't know how well he'll do or not, but the fact is, TvZ is a very interesting matchup right now. I think we're seeing in a lot of aspects, some players, like beyond even Innovation especially, start experimenting with ways to play the openers in this, but the sad thing for Rifkin, like, is that nobody's quite reaching up for mech. Innovation does mech on his stream all the time, and then literally never does it in tournament play. It makes me so sad.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that, but thank you to, oh man, Letic06 for the Twitch Prime resub, as well as Kilps31 for the Twitch Prime resub. 4 months, actually. Nice. But so I was going to say, True, you know, he lagged out of our tournament last time in, like, the round of 8 or something.
Oh, that's right. They had to, like, tether him in with, like, KJ's phone.
So I don't know if this is... It could just be pure coincidence, or maybe this is actually a problem more than once. But, like, I was watching Scarlet warm up at Nation Wars, and she faced True, and the exact same thing happened. Like, he just lagged out, and then lagged completely out. And I was like, man, what's wrong with the Storm Gaming House? Apparently they have multiple internet connections too. So like, I don't even know how that works, but Penguin was tweeting out that they thought someone was DDoSing them, but since they have multiple connection, like multiple lines, it didn't matter. So that's
Interesting.
really makes sense.
Also, Tom Knowles just tweeted us a picture of his 2 kitty cats, and they are so fluffy, so fuzzy, and so cute.
I asked for kitten pictures on Nation Wars because I'm the only one that will. And people actually sent it to me, and some of them were so cute.
Kitten Mittens, is your cat being too loud? All right.
What was that voice, man?
This is me at the best trying to do Charlie Day's voice, but I can't. My voice does not go that high.
You just sound like the goblin. What?
What? Time is money, friend!
That's exactly what you sound like.
Okay, well, I unfortunately don't pilot a Zeppelin or anything as such. But MperorM gets across the map with the Reaper. I was going to comment on this, actually. It's a bit interesting to watch True. I guess kind of keep forgetting Zerg am doing this, but that earlier pull in favor of 2 Lings going across the map and getting that cancel on the SCV, causing pressure for that Reaper to not be on the other side of the map. I mean, we're watching a version of this where the Zerg player doesn't do it. And True kind of gets to just poke at the front. He can possibly go scout. I say possibly, but True's actually doing a great job with the patrol on these Lings here. So kind of annoying, I guess, for the Zerg in this instance.
You meant 6 Lings, which is a little bit, you don't actually need 6 Lings, basically. But we're certainly safe against a Reaper.
You remember those really old propaganda things, like against the Red Scare for communism and all that?
Of course.
I kind of feel like Zerg have that a little bit for Reapers, like, never let your guard down. Reapers could be around the corner.
Probably. Like, there'd be a 3-Rax Reaper sign, right? Like, always prepare for 3-Rax Reaper. Get your spawning pool nice and early.
Oh, this is interesting. So he really wants to kill this Overlord, which I think is great, but sending 4 Marines out like this is so dangerous. If those get picked off, that's actually really hurtful to your eventual push.
It's dangerous and yet not dangerous, because the likelihood of the Zerg actually making 16 Lings already is kind of low. But then if they had, then those are freebie Marines, and your push is definitely not as strong. So it's a chance, and he took it, got the Overlord despite it having speed, but True already took into account it would die, so it's not like he was supply blocked for very long. And True is going for +1 Carapace before, just pairing up 1-1, but it is a much earlier +1 Carapace, I feel. Like, this definitely won't time out with a 2-1-1, right? But it usually is still a little bit faster than that, too, and this is just a really odd time.
Yeah. Quick note before this drop goes off. I know I said I'd mention it, but then we hopped right into the game. The deep bot servers are down right now, I think, so I cannot actually get the bot online, guys. I'll be trying every hour or so, but unfortunately, the Partooth counter is not working at the moment.
Thought I was the one that went to France.
You were. That's why That's why you were able to understand what I said just now.
Yeah, otherwise it'd just be a complete mystery. Oh, this is a really good surround. Like, the Marines are so far away from the medevacs.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're so lucky there was an additional queen.
Well, it was a good surround, but I also feel like a bad move at MperorM. He went pretty deep on the creep. And as we can see, he lost a lot of Marines for that. That's going to hurt, actually, as the Lings start coming across the map. He did get a wall off, at least, and it's kind of double-layered a bit with this command center, but it does make it a bit awkward to try to respond to the right side of the wall, for example, if there were Banelings with this.
Yes, for sure. MperorM also doesn't have any engineering bays, which are usually what finishes the wall, and they're also usually put down in a moment where, like, the counterattack would still not have killed him. Like, you didn't need the supply, it's just a little bit off. He's also going for 1 engineering bay instead of 2, which you can do either one, but usually this engineering bay I think is already done.
Well, it looks like Liberator got a couple of kills in the main. It's not too bad. A couple of the third, too. It's not exactly racking up the damage for MperorM, but it's still better than nothing. Yeah. Thank you to Aberland. Thank you for that new sub.
Nice. True did cut workers pretty harsh for that first attack, because he had a lot of Lings. They had 50 Lings, that's... You don't really need that many as long as your queen's on the front line. Even then, I don't think you need that many, even if your queens weren't there. But he has them now, so he can also throw him the Banelings now, but that is a reason as to why his economy wasn't exactly skyrocketing. He's on a 4th base, only up just recently to 60 drones. But MperorM is also, certainly making mistakes here in this game. Letting the Marines die as well as timing his engineering base. But they're done now. I guess he did get a second one eventually. His combat shields are finishing up now as well. The Banelings aren't quite ready, but I think there's enough Lings still.
Good stutter setups at MperorM. Other side of the map is where there's the cutoff, though. Reinforcements are going to get caught coming out of this. The depots were unfortunately down. The Banelings roll in.
Oh, God.
Forget rolling in. They waddle in, and only one Marine lives to tell the tale of that battle.
That's, this pressure is not working for MperorM, and the only upside in this game for our Terran player is that True isn't able to spend all of his money. You know, he isn't actually running away with this game like he would, I think, if he was, maybe like playing 100%, or maybe he's on a server, like something like that, right? But the point is, he is still winning. True, that is, and he's now getting on top of SCVs. Oh God! All right.
Oh, MperorM. The M stands for misclick.
Yeah. This is not looking so hot at all. You know, when the Zerg player's up 20 army supply at the early mid game, that probably means the Terran. Now, yeah, I think True just like, he might have been planning this all along with timing up with 1-1, but I also think he just saw an opportunity, like, okay, you don't have a lot of army, you don't have your third setup even, like, I can do this.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, and this is not trying to be mean or anything, MperorM just had objectively a pretty bad start to this game. From that first drop to the follow-up attacks, True's responses have been on point. He didn't play super greedy. There wasn't really a lot of openings for MperorM to take advantage of. And if you don't create those openings, oh gosh, well then you get hit like this. And True just kind of running away with control on the other side of the map. Now the army supply is not exactly all gone, but that 40 army supply for the Terran, not exactly all in bio units. Nice splits though at the last second at MperorM. Takes care of the Banelings, but there's still just so many Lings to get on top of these Marines and the Medvacs. We're all clumped up over one Marine instead of the group of them.
Yeah. Well, the mines are gonna be, maybe not dodged entirely. Wow, that one just hit a Marine, I swear. Not a Ling. But this is not gonna get up.
The Lings have also not. Yeah, he's been so focused on the front wall, he never realized that they were picking away at the SCV, so plucking away at 31 workers on top of this. The army supply just disappearing, and MperorM is sadly out of this first game. There's just no recovery at this point. GG.
Oh, that'll send True forward into the round of 16, I think. Well, oh no, it's a best of 3. That's right.
That's what you say, yeah.
Round 2.
Loser's pick. I think Angel Wings won for the 17-month resub. And it's cool that those bits re-rain down and the subs and stuff re-rain down every time I guess we come back to the scene. So that's going to be fun to watch. But yeah, there's a lot of really great names in the brackets today. So again, on the top side, we got people like Sort of and Alive, who I think are pretty big contenders. It's cool to see BC coming out to fight. He plays against Keen currently. We are casting the match with True. Koss versus Nurchio round 2. Oh, if that happens, I need Dares to hold that. Because if Koss versus Nurchio happens, there's no way we're missing that. I'm gonna ask Dares to hold that for us.
Okay, yeah. So MperorM also didn't know that it was best of 3.
Okay, there you go. I guess just worded a bit funny and funky on the brackets.
Yeah, before Dares added the
Yeah, it's just at the top, like best of 3 and such. But speaking of which, I know Optimus was he's someone who played in the first Corsair Cup of the month, and he was asking about the point listings. And for those who don't know about the point listings, while there is prize money for the top 4 placements in each of these cups, there's actually also points associated to the top 8. And players trying to get that monthly final entrance, you know, it's going to be based off points. At the moment, the top 8 players are Sort of, Snoot, Optimus, Keen, Alive, Hush, TLO, and Fear. No, I said 9, so forget Fear for a moment. But those other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, Fear was right. Excuse me. So that's what it is currently. But as people play today's cup, as they get points, as they qualify, we'll see that change up, and that'll determine which 8 players we'll invite back. Now, there is this thing that happened in the Korean brackets too, where there are going to be that 8th spot might go to 3 or 4 players who have it tied. Honestly, we might get to a point later on where we start have them play tiebreaker matches, but it's going to be just like a whoever responds first gets the spot scenario is what it's been right now. But hey, Fart Falcon, my man, what is this? Is 4 months. He says, you two make Monday much more miraculous. I love the alliteration in that fucking message, dude.
Well done. Oh my god, my Chrome is up. I don't... Jesus.
Your chromosome?
My chromosome is up? No, when I put Chrome on the main monitor, it like it's blinding on the webcam.
Okay. I really think you just got like a setting there you need to like tweak a bit. I've had that happen with mine where like I end up looking too blue.
I tried to find, but I don't know if I ever installed the webcam drivers, I guess. So I can't find the like Logitech.
Maybe just try plugging it and unplugging it. Maybe there'll be like a default reset.
Like it, maybe it's webcam settings.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm not gonna respond to anybody anymore if they spell my name wrong on purpose. Serpico.
His name.
I just don't know why this is becoming a meme. This is like worse than the vampire thing. It's like my name's on the stream. I can understand you misinterpreting the vampire thing, because I don't have a message that says not a vampire next to me. All right, so I can get that, but the name thing. Anyways, we are getting into game number 2. Looks like neither player realized it was a best of 3. Spawning here on the upper side of the map, we got the green Terra player, MperorM.
In the bottom position, as the blue Zerg, it is true. Kind of fix it.
Kind of fix? Oh, your camera? Let's see.
It's still kind of red though.
Oh no, that makes your face look terrible. Oh, Zombie Grub is constantly going to black and white now, and she's adjusting. I didn't have her camera up before. I guess she's fiddling with it as we speak. Actually, go back to the black and white for a second. I'm gonna put your camera on the screen for a second. I need you to do something.
God, what do you want me to do?
You're gonna. It's fine. Hang on. Where's this? All right, talk about the dust bowl of ad revenue we're in.
I don't even know how. Oh, bad times, guys.
Yeah, bad times. Of course, it's callback to a previous cast. But anyways, MperorM and True. That first game, oops, I've got the score wrong because it's True who won that first game. True really just started running over MperorM towards the end of it. And again, I don't think MperorM had like really necessarily bad control, but more like bad decisions. As we saw, like splitting against the Banleys back inside of his natural. He did that perfectly. Stutter stepping when he was doing the drop, like he handled that well. Unfortunately, though, the first attack, like right from the get-go, his decision to like try and get onto creep a little too deep without having anything to really fight with those lings, the medevac so far away, things like this snowball very quickly in TvZ.
Right. Yeah, the 2-1-1 is like still, it's a good opener and it's kind of straightforward, but there are still decisions to make with it, and sometimes it just feels like it's not worth going for the extra kill or whatever you want to try and do. We do have another 2-1-1, but it's accompanied by, well, it's sort of a 2-1-1. It's accompanied by an extra barracks and an engineering base. So if True scouts this, he'll think, oh, it's a 2-1-1. The sim looks kind of late, but I guess that's, you know, that's okay. And then he might not scout any further back, which is kind of tricky.
Well, thank you for the $12 coming from Tom KD. He says, Ace Kate Kittens, Ace Kate. It's good to know us cat people are all disgustingly obsessive when it comes to our pets. Although someone earlier was asking about dog pictures, and I think it's safer to say like Zombie Grub and I are both like animal people, I guess, if you want to say that much, but you know, preference to cats.
Yeah, I mean, I like dogs, but there are some dogs that I'll just be like, eh.
So
like little shitty dogs that look like ugly ones.
Mostly out of boredom, and mostly out of just not having new content to watch. I've been watching Star Trek Enterprise recently, and whatever for the show being good or bad, that's everyone's own opinion. The beagle that's like the captain's dog, Porthos, is actually pretty cute. I like him a lot.
I do not remember that dog, actually. Not that I really watched it that much, but I watched like enough in the background, and my mom watched it. I don't remember her dog at all.
Oh.
Let me Google this. Porthos.
Star Trek Porthos.
Named after the Musketeer, right?
Yeah, because he came in a family of 4 puppies. Or something like that.
Aw, it's a beagle. Yeah. As far as small dogs go, that's about as small and as cute as I'll take it. Any like pugs or puggles or Shih Tzus, like, oh god. No, I don't bother. Don't even bother sending me those pictures.
Yeah, I feel bad for those dogs. They keep breeding them, and I feel like I've heard a lot about how they're ugly or not, but also like their
Oh,
genetic
God.
defects, like their muscles are bad or their joints.
Yeah, well,
are
their eyes are
terrible.
literally popping out. Like my friend has a puggle, but anyway,
Pretty
double
big
drop
drop.
of links. This is brutal. But so is MperorM's push. True is not getting a Baneling nest, and this is
Whoa.
gonna have stim.
This is gonna have stim, and it comes, of course, without the company of Medivacs at the faster timing. So this might actually be a little bit better for MperorM, as funny as it is to consider. Oh, he doesn't have a full wall off though. If he had a full wall off and he abandoned the natural like this would have been sick.
Yeah, the Lings might still be able to take care of his army though, especially if they stim and then have to re-stim, because of
Oh,
course
there's
the
that first
medevac.
stim, yeah. And he's on top of the queens too. Not a great way to take this first fight. If you fought the Lings or the queens separately, this would have gone so much better for MperorM, but he gets absolutely massacred, and that +1 weapons does not help him at the end of the day. Chaos inside of his base, wall not finished. He might try and hold on, but he's got 4 Marines and a Marauder.
Yeah, it's not a lot, and that still wouldn't be a wall off if that's Fighty Boat finished. Just picks up the Lings, goes home. True's gonna try and bust the front, I suppose. If the wall is down, I guess. And MperorM is just not in a good position. I mean, his build was kind of cool. It was kind of cheesy, right? And the hope is that True maybe either anticipates a 2-1-1. The timing's gone. He's like, I guess he's not doing it. Maybe he goes for 3CC. And then you just don't play, you know, safe at all. But I feel like it's... I don't know. It seems so risky. Point is, I guess MperorM's build didn't look that great.
By the way, did not realize, but True is also streaming his point of view of his matches and apparently doing a little bit of commentary with it. Bly also streaming his games as we look at the people adding their names to the Team Liquid list. So if one of our mods or subs could link any of the streams of the other folks streaming today, that would be appreciated. But of course, not at all necessary. Now I'm surprised MperorM isn't straight up dead. He's actually managed to recover. I think a lot of this though is True kind of played a bit laid back. As we can see, finally Baneling's on the way. This is where he starts to try and end it. Play it safe towards that death rather than reaching and overreaching and then getting pushed back because of it. But there's the double expands. He still hasn't actually taken his natural, by the way. There's just so many parts of this for True is running away with this game.
Yeah. There's not much MperorM can do. Unless he just started dropping everywhere, because that's True's one weakness, is that he doesn't have mutas, and his queens probably can't cover all 5 of his bases, even with 3. That's the hope. But he's not dropping at all, because he doesn't have medevac yet.
Well, this
Oh,
guy's
no.
going to be dropping, though. Although the SUVs don't get pulled to safety. Oh, they do. Okay, I thought they were just getting transferred. Just a little bit of an awkward pull.
Pop. Pop! Pop! Yeah.
So someone pointed out something interesting. I think it was just like a Reddit shit post or something, but... Or maybe it was Twitter. I don't remember where I read it, but someone said, shouldn't SUVs use vehicle armor?
They're a space vehicle.
They are literally a space construction vehicle. So yeah, them being light and biological doesn't actually make sense if you think about it.
That's true. Why is it called a vehicle for one thing, but then like a suit for another? Because I'm pretty sure the Marines and Marauders are wearing suits that are also mechanical. That's how they're like, you know, they're like an exoskeleton. Isn't that the same thing that an SCV is wearing? Why is that called a vehicle?
Well, I think an exoskeleton is more like something that it helps your joints and stuff, whereas they're straight up in a full-on encased mini robot suit. Like SUVs, if you think about it, are kind of like mini Gundam wings, right?
Well, what is the big difference between like the Marine body armor and the SCV armor? Except it's blockier, I guess.
One's skin tight, the other's not. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Unless SUVs are just malformed humans that are like blocky and shape.
Maybe the SCVs are actually like, I don't know. We're watching the death of a lot of SCVs.
All right, True ends up taking the series 2-0. He'll move on to the brackets. And then we're going to poke around to see if... oh, looks like Koss ended up losing to Monty. Monty's playing against Nurchio now. See if that game's started yet. If not, we'll try and grab it.
Alright.
If it is, we'll hop right into it. If not, then we'll find another match. But guys, we're going to go to a commercial break. So stick with us, and we'll see you in 2 minutes.